Well, here we are halfway through 2024. My goodness, this year is flying right by. I thought I'd sit down and take you through the best products that I have tried so far in 2024, the halfway heroes, as I like to call them. If I don't mention something that I have previously tried and said that I liked, it doesn't mean I still don't like it, but I just wanted to narrow everything down. Otherwise, this would be an extremely long video. So these are the products that are worth your penny, that have really impressed me so far this year. It doesn't mean they've launched this year. It just means that I've tried them this year. And so we will get right into it right now. I have not said hi. If you're new here, hi, I'm Rhoda. Welcome or welcome back. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much. Do all the subscribey things, the likey things, the bell button things, and let's just get right into the very best of 2024 so far. Let's start with primers. I am going to go in order of makeup application. It just makes sense because I have so many things to go through. I've just ordered them. They're in cute little piles right next to me. And so I'm going to start with primer. And the first primer that I tried this year is the Tom Ford Soft Matte Primer. I love this primer. It is not too drying on the face. It is mattifying, but it's not drying. So it feels very comfortable on the face and I love it. It makes my makeup stay on all day long. Everything looks beautiful and perfected. And I absolutely love this one. I'm so glad I forked out the cash for this one. It's one of my faves. Next primer I want to talk about is the Pat McGrath Labs primer. This is more moisturizing than the Tom Ford, but it's not too moisturizing to the point where it's kind of greasy. It feels very comfortable on the skin, does a very good job of prolonging your makeup. I love the way that it feels on the skin and I have really been enjoying this. I use this when I'm using a more matte foundation or if I'm feeling particularly dry that day, that's when I will reach for this one. If I'm using a glowy foundation, that's when I'll reach for the Tom Ford one. So I use these interchangeably depending on my skin and also the products that I plan to use that day. And also, I know I'm newbie to this. This is the Benefit POREfessional. I don't know why it took me so long to try this, but I have been ranting and raving about it. I picked up a mini, but I will be picking up a full size. I just concentrate this in the pore area. It does a very good job of masking pores, filling them in, making them invisible, and I just concentrated on those areas. I don't put this all over my face, but I have been very much enjoying using this, so this is a standout primer for me this year. Moving on to kind of a primer and kind of an illuminizer. This I use as a primer sometimes. This is the DIOR Star Filter or Star Glow Filter. I love this. This is become my favorite in terms of a base that's more glowy. I prefer this over the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter only because it's a little bit less metallic. It's a little bit more subtle. And I've really been loving using this one underneath my foundations if I want a little bit of extra glow. And so I've really been loving this one. I use the shade 2 and I've been using it nonstop. All right, moving on to foundations. I'm gonna try and be really concise with all of these as I move through all of the products because we'll be here all day. But the first one I wanna talk about is the Fenty Soft Lit Foundation. I love this foundation. The only thing I'm going to call out is that I need to really work with it. I have to definitely prime with a very sticky primer. I usually use the Glowish Blur Jam with this. And also I have to powder it around my T-zone so that it's not oily at the end of the day. Otherwise, beautiful, amazing, gorgeous foundation with a beautiful finish, a finish that is perfection in my eyes. It's just that it takes a lot of work. So if I'm getting ready at the beginning of the day and I don't have that much time, Me personally, I'm not going to reach for this one because I have to do all of those extra steps just to make sure that it lasts throughout the day. Otherwise, if I have my time, I will pick this up because it is absolutely beautiful, and I use shade 4. Do I use shade 4? No, I don't. I don't use shade 4. What am I talking about? I use shade 225. Oh my goodness. I just started the video. This is going to be a long one. It's shade 225. I love it. It's a perfect shade for me. I do not find it oxidizes on me. A lot of people say it oxidizes, but I have experienced that with other Fenty products, but not with this one. 225, that's what I wear. I do love it. It just needs a lot of work to make sure that there is longevity to this foundation. And that's all I have to say about that, but I did want to shout it out because I do love it. The other foundation that I am completely in love with, I am wearing this today because I cannot stop using it. It is not new. It's not new in 2024, but I tried it in 2024 and I cannot put it down. I love this Valentino. This is the shade that I wear in 4, LN4, and I love it. I love their concealer as well. I wear the same shade, LN4, so their shades match. Medium buildable coverage. Very, very natural finish, not too glowy, not too matte. Exactly how I love my foundations. I love this foundation. It's got longevity, lasts all day. It looks so beautiful on the skin, and this is one of the best, not just 2024, but of all time. And then another controversial one, you know, not many people like this. Charlotte Tilbury, Unreal, I can't remember what it's called. Wait, one sec. Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint, that one. The one that everyone says is the Hollywood Flawless Filter in a stick. I disagree with that, my opinion. This is a beautiful, wonderful stick foundation that gives you a beautiful lit from within a glow. I avoid these areas only because these are kind of my problem areas. If I do get kind of oily or shiny, it's right here. But even if I put it there, it's totally fine. But I've learned how to use this. I pair this with the Tom Ford Soft Matte Primer, and it is a match made in heaven. I get the most natural, beautiful, beautiful glow. This is my kind of everyday slap it on kind of foundation. It is beautiful, and I know a lot of people they're not loving it, but I'm one of the ones who do love it, and I think it's beautiful. So this is a standout for me in 2024 for sure. I can't remember if I mentioned off the top in my intro that I'm not going to mention every product that I've used this year. Not every product, even if I love it. I don't want to make this a 7-hour long video and go through every single thing that I've tried. It doesn't mean that I don't love them still. I'm sure you'll see me using them in future videos. It's just that I wanted to make this video the best of the best of the best of 2024 so far. So just in case I forgot to mention that off the top, because my brain is a little bit scattered right now because I have like 70 things in front of me. So I just want to make sure that I mention that. Moving on to the under eyes color corrector. Okay, I have 2 to talk about. The first one is the Natasha Denona. This is in shade C2. That's the one that I use. I tried this year and I love it. I love the concealer as well. And this is one that I reach for daily. I'm wearing it today. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. This shade is perfect for me. If you go on her website, she has a color matching tool that you can use. This is beautiful, creamy enough, but not too creamy, matte enough, not too thick. It's perfect, and I use it every day, and I love this. It's amazing. The other one I tried this year is the Jones Road Neutralizer pencil. This is in the shade Light Peach, and I love this because it's a pencil. It's creamy. It's not dry. It doesn't drag along your under eye, which I hate that. I hate that when using any kind of pencil. You want something to be creamy, but it's not too creamy. You can be extremely, extremely precise where you place this, and that's why I love this so much. This one I use more on kind of a day to day where I'm not really, really, really caring about a full look. I just want to neutralize the darkness under my eyes. If you have been following me for a little while, you know that is my biggest problem area. So I'll add this just in those spots where I need a little bit of neutralization. And then, is that a word? Neutralization? Yeah, I think so. And then I will go about my day. I don't even have to add anything on top of it. It just kind of blurs out the darkness under my eyes. But you can still use this daily as your staple color corrector. Definitely. I love it. I love that it's a stick. I love that it's thin. I love that it's creamy, but not too creamy. And this is a wonderful, wonderful product. If you don't like to deal with creams, right? And you like a stick, you want to throw it in your bag, throw it in your makeup bag, do your makeup on the go. I love this. I love it. I have two concealers I want to talk about. The first one being the Fenty We're Even concealer. I use shade 225N. 225N. I use 225 in the soft lit foundation and 225N in the concealer. I love this concealer. The coverage, amazing. It's not drying. It's not too creamy. It is perfect, but I get amazing coverage with this. Very natural, very, very beautiful. I love it. I have to put it up against this next one I'm going to talk about. And that is the Danessa Myricks, this new one, just newly launched. I just did a review on it. Maybe, I think it was last week. I use shade 6. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, so I have these on equal footing, the Fenty and the Danessa Myricks. However, I find that the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin looks just a little bit, a tad more natural, dare I say. It is gorgeous. I am wearing this today. I love this so much. You don't have to put too much on. It's got a beautiful coverage. It is a serum, so it spreads out really, really nicely, but it doesn't just, wither away and kind of disappear because it's a serum. I am in love with this concealer and I can't stop using it since I picked it up. But I can't take away from the Fenty because I love the Fenty. I would say the Fenty has just a smidge more coverage than this one, but that doesn't matter because I still get enough coverage from this one. So I love them both and I have to call them both out. They are like top notch this year. So, so great. So great. I only have one powder to call out in this video is the RMS recently discovered brand for me. I love everything I've tried so far. This is the RMS Hydra powder, newly released. I love this. I wear the shade medium. I am wearing it today. It is so silky smooth. It is so blurring. It is long lasting. It doesn't cake up. It doesn't bunch up. It doesn't do any of the things you don't want your powder to do. It does everything that you do want your powder to do. And I'm in love with this. I love it. Big, big standout. Big. The whole brand so far this year. But this powder is magical and beautiful. And I love it. I want to touch on face palettes at this point. I think it's a good spot to add them only because they have so many of the other elements that I'm talking about. So the first one and the best one that I want to talk about is the Makeup Forever face palette. Oh my. Oh my. All right, so I have gone on and on and on about this palette in my videos. I have a dedicated review. I have mentioned them in my roundups. You have your contours, your concealers, your foundations, you have your highlighters, you have your blushes. Everything is a beautiful cream formula that is amazing. Looks so beautiful on the skin, and I love this. This is the perfect travel companion, perfect everyday go-to palette for me. I love it. You can see I have definitely dug into it. I love this. This is for the person who loves a great formula and also doesn't want to muss and fuss with their makeup, wants everything in one palette. If you're on the go, if you do your makeup on the go, this is perfect and beautiful. And I love it. You can mix and match the shades to perfect the tone that you want for your face. It is amazing, and I will never stop loving this, and I will never stop ranting and raving about this. It is expensive, but you have everything you want in here, and I highly recommend this one. Highly, highly. It's perfect. The formula, amazing, amazing. I look like a beautiful, beautiful goddess wearing this. Honestly, it's so good. The other face palette I want to mention, after this launched, I didn't hear a lot of people talking about this again, which I understand. I do get it, but I do want to give it another mention. I do, because I love this palette. This is the Natasha Denona Hyper Natural palette. I love all of these shadows. They're one and dones. You can combine them. They're beautiful. These bronzers are beautiful. These blushes are beautiful. A perfect travel companion. It is summer. I'm sure some of you are going on vacation. So this is the best. I love it. And again, I haven't heard a lot about it since it launched, but I don't want it to fall to the wayside. I did want to give it a mention here because it is beautiful, and I do use these. I use these as one and dones on a daily basis. I do. So this one is my favorite, and this one is, well, these two are my favorites. The bronzers are amazing, and so are the blushes. Beautiful formulas, amazing. So I did want to shout this one out one more time. All right, now I have to really start narrowing things down because we're going into the bronzer category. And if you know, you know it has been bronzer palooza around palooza? Bronzer palooza around here. I have to be honest here and say that most of these have made this list because I love them all for their own qualities. They each have a unique property to them that I really, really love, with the exception of one, I think. So let's get into it. Okay, let's start with the creams. These are the Glossier Cloud Paint Bronzers. I have Sand and Dune. I love these so much. They are tiny. You can go through a lot of product very quickly. I am going to say that. But I love these. They're beautiful. You can combine them to make a darker shade. You can use them on their own. They are easily applied. They're very natural. They dry down. They're gorgeous. I love these. Love these. Makeup by Mario Bronzing Serum. I have light and light medium. Light, as you can see, is much cooler, and light medium is a little bit warmer. So I use these interchangeably. They are a beautiful serum that is completely natural on the skin. Because it's a serum, they are a little bit thin, and so you have to be careful for them not to get away from you on your face. If you know what I mean, you got to be very, very strategic on where you place them. But I'm so glad I have both of these shades because, like I said, this one I use more for like a contouring situation. This is more of a warmth situation that I use this light medium for. And I love them. I love that there's a pump and also a doe foot that you can use instead. You can use it in any way that you want depending on how you're applying this. They're long lasting, they're beautiful, they dry down, natural looking. I love, love, love these, and I think I love them more than the Skin Enhancer, which was one of my all-time holy grail favorites. However, these ones are not as sticky or glowy as that one. And I think I mentioned in my review on these that these are kind of like in between the Mario Sculpting Stick and the Skin Enhancer. They're not as sticky and glowy as the Skin Enhancer, and they're not as matte as the stick. And so they are the perfect in between, and I love them and I can't stop using them. I use them daily. I love them. Then there's Say. The Say. This is in the shade Swim. I love this. It is a little bit thicker than the Mario, and you don't need as much as the Mario because the Mario kind of disappears into the skin. This one has a lot more pigment to it, and I love it. At first, I thought Swim was a little bit too dark for me, but it's not. It's not. I love it so much. It's beautiful, amazing formula, nice and dewy finish, but not, it's not sticky and it's not too glowy, but it does leave a beautiful, beautiful sheen behind, but it dries down and it's gorgeous. I love it. I love it equally to the Mario. It's just that this one has a little bit more pigment to it. And so when I want a little bit more pigment, I use this one. And when I want something a little bit more sheer, a little bit of a wash, I'll use the Mario. Okay, on to sticks. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzing Stick. First of all, it smells divine. Like, I can't stop smelling it. I had to go fish this out of my daughter's makeup drawer because she stole it from me. And when I was preparing for this video, I was like, where is my Too Faced bronzing stick? When I couldn't find it, I knew where to look, and that would be my daughter's makeup drawer, and that's where I found it. I use the shade Chocolate Souffle. I love it. I'm wearing it today. It is very, very creamy, but not too creamy. So wherever you place it, it will stay. It shears out beautifully. I am extremely impressed with this bronzing stick. I'm not a Too Faced girl. I'm not a Too Faced girl. I used to be. Back in my day, I was a Too Faced girl, but not much of their products do call to me these days. But this one is a standout this year. All right, moving on to powder bronzers, YSL. First of all, the packaging. This clutch packaging looks like a purse, and I love it so much. Just for that, it's worth it. But let's talk about what's inside. This is one of the nicest matte bronzers that I've used. It's quite neutral, and it is a very creamy formula, but it's not too creamy. It's beautiful. It rivals my Pat McGrath bronzer that I love so much. So I have those two kind of neck and neck. But if we're talking about what I've tried this year, this is very, very nice in terms of a matte bronzer. It's creamy, it's beautiful. When I want to slap something matte on, a quick bronzer situation on my face, I reach for this. When I want something a little bit glowy, if you know what I mean, I reach for my Giorgio Armani. This is in the shade 90. It is the most beautiful, gorgeous, amazing, glowy bronzer you've ever put on your face. I love it. It's got gold flecks in there. It looks like it has some sparkles in there, but it does not translate onto your face. It's beautiful. I love this for every day for a subtle glow. A glowy bronzer there never was. Well, maybe the next one I'm going to talk about is neck and neck with this one, but I love this. I love the glowy undertone that it has. It works so beautifully for my light to medium skin tone, and even in the summertime now, I'm a little bit more tan than I normally am. It still works. It adds a gorgeous, beautiful glow to your skin, and it's amazing. And when I put it on, I can't stop putting it on. So natural, so beautiful, amazing formula, humongous pan. This will last me my lifetime, and I love it. Love this Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Bronzing Powder. I love it. However, recently I just tried the RMS. I did. And this is in the shade Beach Walk Betty. Now, this has a red undertone to it. I'll have you know that I have an order on its way because I wanted to try 2 other bronzing shades in this formula. That's how much I loved it. Like I said, this is right up there with the Armani bronzer. The glow, the natural, beautiful glow that it gives you. It's so beautiful. What I found with this one in particular, though, just the shade, is that it kind of looks like a blush on me because of the red undertone that it has to it. I don't mind that because it's kind of two in one for me, but I did want to try the other shades just because I love this formula so much and it's so beautiful and creamy and be just just amazing, amazing. If you have not tried RMS, you must try RMS, especially if you have mature skin because it's so mature skin friendly. This does not accentuate any kind of pore or wrinkle or anything like that. As luminous as it is just perfection. Perfection. All right, another ridiculous category to tackle. There was so much blush. Again, if there is something that I have said that I love in my videos, it doesn't mean I don't love them, but I can't go through them all. I really, really can't. So this is going to be definitely the creme de la creme of all of the blush that I tried this year. Okay, blush. First up is Patrick Ta. He released 3 new shades this year. It was my first time trying Patrick Ta blushes because I don't like my blush too crazy, and I found his original shades to be a little bit too much for me. And so when he released these, they looked more up my street. They are She's the Moment, Not Too Much, and Just Enough. And let me show them to you real quick. She's the Moment, Just Enough, Not Too Much. Not Too Much is my jam. I use this all the time. I love it. It's a perfect neutral blush you can use every day and not feel like you're overdone. This one is pink, but not too pink. And this is a beautiful peach moment right here. I love them all, but this is my favorite by far. The formula in here is incredible. You can use the powder, you can use the cream, you can use the cream on powder, the powder on the cream. They all do it all. It's beautiful. If you just wanted a cream moment or a powder moment, it doesn't matter. You can use this no matter what. And I love this so much. I love these, love them. They are definitely a standout for me for blush this year. Okay, like I said, there are a lot of blushes and I do reach for some. These are the ones I reach for the most. All right, if you're not new here, you will not be surprised when I say that the Armani liquid blushes are so incredible, so incredible. I love it. All right, we're getting into the cream category or the liquid category, if you will. Armani liquid blushes, the formula, the shades, all of it. These are amazing. I have the rosy peach and the baby pink. I don't know. Let me check. I don't know because they just have numbers underneath. I wish Armani would just put the names of them on the label, just not the number, because for us people who are making videos out here, it would be really, really helpful. But anyway, regardless, rosy peach and baby pink, you would be able to pick these out online very, very easily. There's one other one that's very, very, very peach. It's not like this one. This one is kind of in between like a pink and a very, very orange. So you'll know if you see it online. But anyway, these ones, they go on over powder, under powder, whatever you want to put them on, they blend out so easily. They're extremely long lasting and I love the shades. They look fluorescent in the package and they go on fluorescent, but then they go on just so beautifully. I love them. If you are someone who is afraid of liquid blushes, I dare you to try these because these are so user friendly. They don't go all over the place. Wherever you place them, they will stay and you have time to work them out. It's not like they stain your face when you dot it on your cheek. You can put these on your hand and then apply it, but these are one of the very few liquid blushes that I have tried that I can put directly onto my face and have zero fears of that staining dot of the first application, if you know what I'm saying, Rare Beauty. Do you know what I mean? So these are worth every penny. I love them so, so much. Arrival and very, very new to the scene are the Hourglass Liquid Blushes. I just did a video reviewing these. These are amazing. Scene, Whim, and Moment. I have a full review of all of these. I just did it last week. If you guys want to go check it out, I go really in depth into these blushes. All right, this is what I'm going to say. So they rival the Armani blushes in the fact that they're so easy to use, so easy to apply, and long lasting. Very, very much so. There are two distinctions. These have a dropper, and so you don't have the convenience of the doe foot that the Giorgio Armani have. So that is a major difference between the two. The other difference is that the Hourglass shades lean a little bit warm, and the Armanis are more neutral, cool leaning. You can find some warm in there as well. So depending on what type of shade you're looking for, what type of like warmth or coolness that you're looking for, I believe the distinction between these, because the formulas are both amazing, is going to come down to the shades that you want. So if you want something on the Giorgio Armani side, that's for you. If you want something a little bit more on the warm side, that's the Hourglass for you. It does come down to shade. I can't make a distinction between them really. The only thing is going to come down to shade and undertones, and also application, because like I said, this is a dropper. You have to apply it somewhere else and shear it out and then apply it. Whereas the Armani, you can apply right to your face with no problem. So there's more of a convenience with that. But if there is a shade that you can't find in the Armani and you can find in the Hourglass, you can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. These are both wonderful. And even though this is literally like a week, I can tell you it made it to the halfway heroes mark because they're wonderful. For powder blush, I'm going to quickly shout out the Kosas Blushes Life. This is in the shade Blissed. It is beautiful. It is very, very nice. It leaves a beautiful sheen behind. They're a nice baked formula. They have the marbling in them. They're like the Hourglass, but they do feel very, very nice. And I did want to shout them out really, really quickly in this video because they're nice. They're really nice. Again, I'm going to shout out Miss RMS and Mai Tai. I only picked up one, but I have ordered more. I really have, because I have been so impressed with this brand. My goodness. My goodness, I cannot believe how beautiful these blushes are, the bronzers as well, but this blush is so gorgeously luminous without emphasizing pores and texture and anything you do not want identified on your face. They're just gorgeous. They leave a beautiful sheen behind, and the shades, gorgeous. I have a shipment coming to me. I picked up, I think, 2 more blushes because I cannot wait to try them. I love this. This is Mai Tai. I love, love, love. Oh, I forgot to mention, I have the Hourglass Scene on today. That's what I'm wearing. For highlighter, I want to shout out the DIOR Forever Glow. I have the shade Gold, and this is a beautiful highlighter. It is fantastical. It is such a natural kind of glow that you can add to the high points of your cheek. And I have been loving using this one. It's beautiful. It's so gorgeous. I love it. I had to shout this one out. The other one is the Merit highlighting stick. I have the shade Kava and I'm wearing it today. I don't know if you can see. It's so gorgeous. It's beautiful. And it just leaves you this very natural highlight. It's not metallic. It's just a beautiful kind of, not stroby, but it's a natural glow to your cheeks. And you can't go wrong with this. I love it so much. I use it all the time. The last one I want to talk about is the Natasha Denona Highlighting Trio. I picked this up when I picked up the Golden Palette, and For highlight, I love it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Like if you just, it's incredible. Such a creamy, beautiful formula. What I have been using this for is for eyeshadow. All three shades for an eyeshadow look. I used it in a previous video. No one asked me what was on my eyes. This was it. I can't remember which video it was, but I just used this one all over, this one to deepen the corner, and this one to highlight the inner corner. And it was a look of looks. And I'm telling you, do I regret picking this up? Not necessarily. This is a lot of pan. This is a lot of highlighter. But if you want to use it, obviously for highlighter, it works. But if you were on vacation, for example, right? And you don't want to bring too much with you, you want to carry on or whatever the case may be, and you want something that you can do your eyeshadow with or your highlighter with, this one, because like I said, I use it for highlighter, I use it for eyeshadow, a whole entire look with this, and you're good to go. So at first I thought I regretted picking this up, but now I don't, because first of all, the formula is first of all, when you put your finger across this, it feels like you're dragging your finger like across beautiful sand, like on one of those sandy beaches, right? Like where the sand is compact, and my God, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Like it's amazing. So the formula, perfection. Can one person use all of this in a lifetime? Probably not. Okay, I will say that, but I do want to make sure that you know that this is beautiful. And if this is something that you think that you can use, it's good. It's good. It's worth your money. All right, let's go eyes. Okay, these Bobbi Brown eyeliners are amazing. I have Panther and Chocolate. I love them. I'm wearing Panther today. These are easily applied, very creamy, very easy to glide on to the eyes, especially if you have mature eyes. It doesn't drag. It's gorgeous, beautiful, and they don't dry down very quickly. So you have time to kind of spread them out if you want to. If you wanted to get a very, very thin line, you could. If you want to smudge it out, you could. These are beautiful, and I highly, highly recommend them. I love these. I love them, love them. For one and done eyeshadows, I did try a lot earlier this year, but they were just new shades of formulas that I had tried the year prior. The only new formula that I tried was the Merit, and this is in the shade Mid-Century, and I love it. These are beautiful, long-lasting, one and done shadows. Let me quickly swatch it for you, even though I have so many videos on this, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, like mid-tone brown with a hint of warmth to it. But I love this. These are amazing, and I did intend on picking up more. I haven't yet, but I will. Definitely, just based on the formula, based on the shades that I see in the range, they're just beautiful. Moving on to eyeshadow. Mini Clutch Couture Store Dolls 100 from YSL. Look at this packaging. It looks like a purse, and I love it. And so, just like the bronzer, and this is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. This is absolutely gorgeous. I used all of these shades today. I used this shade all over my eyelids, and then I deepened the outer corner with this one. Then I added this in the center, and then in the inner corners, I added this. And you get this gorgeous look. It is an amazing quad to have, just easily travel with, right? But beyond that, grabbing something in the morning when you're trying to quickly get ready and you don't want to muss and fuss and figure out what you're going to do with your eyeshadow, having just 4 shadows that work together so beautifully, and the formula's great. It's not like crazy impactful, but I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks great. And you know what? I love these, and they have new shades out, 710, 720, 8 something. I don't know. I can't remember all of the shade numbers, but they have not showed up in Canada yet. And I'm really, really pissed off about that, to be honest with you, because once they get here, I will definitely be picking up more of these quads for sure, because the formula is amazing. They look great. They have just enough impact, and I love them. I love them. Okay, Dior Smoky Essentials and Warm Essentials. Okay, some people don't necessarily like these because they're not that impactful, but I think you can get as impactful as you want with them. I don't think that they're at the Natasha Denona level of impact or Pat McGrath level of impact, but they are effective and they work and they're beautiful and I love their color stories. So if you're looking for something that is easy to use every day, I mean, this one, you can really get a smoky eye out of it. So I don't know what others are saying about it. Like I hear a lot of, mixed reviews about them. Like they're not for the person who wants like a crazy eye. You can get a crazy eye with these. You really, really can. And so that's why I included them in this video, because I think they're lovely and they're beautiful. And this one, these peaches and corals are fantastic, especially for summer. So I love them. I did want to include these because they don't get enough love. They don't get enough love. And I'm giving them the love that they deserve right now. Okay, please excuse, because I mean, I use it all the time. Makeup by Mario released his neutrals palette, and I love it. If you want a staple neutral palette to use with other palettes or just on its own, I love this formula. It blends beautifully. All these colors work beautifully together. This one that has like a little bit of pink to it, I absolutely love. You can deepen it up with this darker shade, which has a tint of blue to it, which matches beautifully with this one that has a little bit gray to it. So you can smoke out your eye no matter what. Like, it's gorgeous. And I love the formula, and it is a staple. And I will forever, ever love, love, love these palettes. The warmer one, even from Mario, I love, and this one I love just as much. A recent Natasha Denona release, and this is the Golden Palette. What can I say? These are a beautiful formula. I love all of the shades. Maybe not this one because it's a little bit too yellow for my skin tone. That's the only one that I will call out that I can't really use. I did do a dedicated video doing 4.5. You'll see why it's a half if you check out that video. But this is a fantastic palette. It's gorgeous. It's an everyday palette, but you can also glam it up. And like I said, the formula is amazing as usual with Natasha Denona. But the only thing I'm going to say is that you're going to get kind of the same look, right? You're not going to get too much of a different look when using this. You can get different variations of the same look, but nonetheless, it is beautiful, it is gorgeous, the formula is amazing, and you cannot go wrong if you pick this up. If this is your type of look, your type of color story, you like a golden kind of look, a neutral kind of look, a beigey kind of look, this is your guy. This is your guy. I am only going to talk about one mascara today, and that is the Jones Road mascara. It only comes in black, and that's okay. If they come out with a brown shade, I will jump all over that. This is an incredible mascara. I prefer this over the YSL Lash Clash. It will give you all the lashes that you've ever wanted, and it is a beautiful formula. I love it. And I wanted to shout it out because I don't hear a lot of people talking about Jones Road mascara. It is incredible. So I have a niece, she's 17, she loves makeup. I bought her this against her, not against her will, but I bought it for her without her knowing. Because Jones Road is not a teen kind of brand. So I said to her, I'm buying you this and you're going to try it. And she said to me, Thea, this is the best mascara I've ever tried. And I said, I know. But it's not your teen kind of stuff. It's not fashionable, right, for the teens. But I must tell you how incredible of a mascara this is. It really, really is. You must try it. You must. I want the world to know about this mascara. Lips. Do you have some time? Do you? How am I going to go through all of the lip stuff? How? Okay, lips. All right. So the standout to me this year has been the Westman Atelier Lip Suede matte lipsticks. They're matte lipsticks, but they are the creamiest glide on by themselves, most comfortable matte lipsticks that I have ever encountered in my life. They're beautiful. I'm going to swatch the three that I have so you can see. This is Piqué, Minx, Lekker. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. What I want to call out, which seems a little bit petty, a little bit, is that because of their magnetic closure, which I do appreciate, I cannot stack them. They repel each other and I can't put them in beside each other in my lipstick case, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying. I have to call that out. If you only have one, then no problem. But if you have more than one, it's a problem. Look at them. It's a problem. Okay. So whatever, I try to go upside down and then I can't. The next lipstick that I want to talk about is the Valentino Liquid Rosso. This is the most comfortable liquid matte lipstick that you will ever try. I have another shade. It's called After Club, and I think my daughter stole it and I can't find it. I'm so sorry. If you are looking for a liquid lipstick that is comfortable, that doesn't crust up and give you that like line there and feel gross and dry on your lips, this is the one. I love these so much. They are incredible. They're expensive for a reason. So if something's expensive but effective, I don't mind paying the money. If it's expensive and it's just meh, they didn't make this list, if you know what I mean. I have a lot of other lip products, a lot, and I do love them, but I'm not going to include them in this video just for brevity. You know what I'm saying? But I want to include this Pat McGrath Mega Lips Lipstick Pencil. I haven't showed it on any video because it's been a recent pickup of mine. However, I'm wearing it today and I cannot see on the stick what the name is. You're going to have to go to the description box just to see it. I'm so sorry. I cannot see it. However, when it comes to lip products that are in a stick, you run the risk of being very dry or crusty or whatever the case may be. But with this one, I do not get any crustiness. There is a moisture to it that leaves your lips feeling very comfortable. You can use it as a liner because it's a liquid in a stick. I use it as a liner, then fill in my lips. And it's so comfortable and beautiful. And honestly, I was going to include this in a favorites of June/July, but I couldn't not include this product in this mid-year review because It is amazing. It is so comfortable on the lips. It is very long lasting as well, which is a bonus. And I can't believe that this is a stick lipstick because it feels like a regular lipstick. It's gorgeous. I love it. Highly, highly recommend this one. Honestly, I could go on and on about lips. I really could. I really, really could. Should I? No, I'm not. I have favorites. I have January, March. No, I skipped a month. February, March, all of that. I have all my favorites in there. I just wanted to condense this one into my very, very favorite products. I hope you don't mind that. I wanted to make it as concise and comprehensive as possible. All right, I think we're done. What the heck? This is Halfway Heroes. I really hope that this video was helpful for you. Please do consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. That would be amazing. We're growing so much and I am so thankful for all of you. Truly, truly, and honestly, everything I have on my face, everything I have talked about in this video will be linked in the description box down below. They are affiliate links if you choose to use those to shop. That is of no cost to you, but it does really, really help my channel, and I do really, really appreciate it if you do use them. If you don't, that's totally cool too. No problem. I will see you guys in my next video. Please do consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. That would be amazing. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.